Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Little Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Little Witch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features D&D's Shadow of the Dragon Queen, a riveting adventure of courage and valor, where our intrepid heroes faced unbeatable odds in a cataclysmic war. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it is time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master, Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at Sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes just after a level up, as they are walking through some ancient tunnels. And we'll begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Vath. He is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who has found himself accidentally stumbling across the multiverse. This week's fun fact for Vath, as I think we all might have picked up on, he was a little bent out of shape when um oh my goodness, what's his name? See, he's so upset he can't even remember the guy's name. Dalamar, that's it. When he took what Vass thought would be an amazing smoke machine, made him a little bit upset. He's been trying to think ever since how he's like, there must be a way I can create that effect in my performances. And so he recently found some inspiration and on leveling up gained the major image spell. So
Heck yeah.
he can now be his own smoke machine. Delamer can keep the fragment of the Order Dragonkind.
There is so much going on there, and it's gonna be great. But with that, let's move on to our next introductions and learn about Hugh.
Hi, I'm Stefan. I'm playing Hugh Diver, a flamboyantly flashy, ambiguously French fencer. Hugh's fact today is that um, he's now that he's infiltrating this place and he's thinking about a saying of his people, vengeance. It's a bit of a convergent evolution. They say, "Vengeance is mine," saith the Lord. Um, in Christianity, that means it's God's chance that is the one who revenges on thing. In his culture, it's just lords like to declare that vengeance is theirs.
I dig it. All right. Next, for our introductions, let us learn of Rhubarb. Oh, you're muted.
Shoot, the captions were probably picking it up, right? Sure was. Okay, I'm Frontboard, and I am bringing Rhubarb the Baffle Wander to the table. His name is also known as Rue. He's a forest gnome sorcerer, level 8, hailing from the island of Sancrist, far to the west of our setting. He's 114 years young, 3 foot something tall, I forget, tallest of his tribe. Um, Shock of white hair that's been turning red lately. Hair on his chest and arms has been turning black. With the level up, Rue's feeling a little out of balance and has kind of swayed maybe toward a slightly darker side, maybe a more shadowy side of things. And Hugh would have probably noticed this as they were walking down the tunnel holding hands since Rue is invisible, but Rue's hands started feeling very cold all of a sudden.
What you're saying is tying so well into what we've got in store, and you don't even know it. Ah! Um, And then, last but not least, let's get an introduction for Victoria.
Hey guys, I'm Cable. I'm playing Victoria. Victoria's a young but tall and armored woman. She's a Slamnik Knight, Order of the Rose, and a champion of Paladin. And she's just happy to be back with her friends. Although unhappy to be separated from the others.
Okay. We are going to dive into our session here. When we left off, there had been an attack set against Wind's End, with the army of Calamon providing you a distraction for you to get past and find your way in. And you found secret and old tunnels told to you by scouts and now witnessed firsthand. The cliff sides carry you within them as you walk. The passage from Wind's End runs through ancient stone, winding through the darkness, alive with skittering insects. You have been traveling for hundreds of feet when you pass by a large seam, after which the rock's texture here abruptly changes, and ahead the tunnels continue to stretch onwards.
You said the texture changed?
The texture has changed abruptly.
Like, it's like literally texture or like color and stuff too?
Do you have dark vision?
I do indeed. Well, yeah, 60 feet.
So it's different colors of gray, so it does seem that the color has shifted as well.
Does it seem like polished or
Would you like to roll a... We'll make this a nature check.
I'm good at that. Natural 8. 11.
It could be crafted by mortal hands. Not the most likely, but if a master craftsman were to sort of take a swing at creating a natural looking environment, could probably create that effect.
Seems like something might have made these tunnels.
This wasn't purple.
What was that?
I hope whatever made these tunnels wasn't purple.
Oh, shh.
So, do you continue pressing onwards, or do you try and sneak out a rest?
I mean, I'm all for moving forward. Like, what are we doing? We don't even know where we are yet. And we don't need half the dragon army chasing us in here either.
Well, you have already traveled for hundreds of feet so far, and it doesn't seem like anyone has followed you.
Right. That's just because they're working up their courage. We are pretty awesome.
You are great.
Maybe
Is
they
it
didn't even
still
know this tunnel was
only
here.
Is there still only room for us to be single file?
Uh, right now, I will say yes. It's starting to look like it's opening up, however, with the sort of change in the walls, not by much. You'd be able to walk maybe 2 by 2. Um,
Did we cover the tunnel entrance over after we went into the tunnel?
I don't have notes that you guys did that.
I mean, Victoria came
I
up last.
Would
I
Victoria have covered it?
not unless it was covered to begin with, and I don't believe it was.
There were planks that were covering it, wooden planks.
Oh no, that would be way too much time and effort to try and put wooden planks up from the inside.
So there's just
Short
a
answer,
hole.
no. That's right. That's the whole point of having someone watch in the back.
Yeah, no worries. It's fine. So if
I'd
you're
rather not be stuck in these tunnels and have someone come up from outside.
Well, exactly. Why?
not a problem. So you press onwards. And, well, the walls do begin to widen up enough for a less constrained walking. It is still hundreds of feet before you come to any sort of true opening up or deviation of the paths. The ceilings are about 10 feet high in this ground. You can see coming up ahead the fork in the tunnel. And as you are approaching the walls around you, and if you look to your map, you are coming in from the southeast entryway.
Mm.
The walls burst into green flame, rushing towards you. You see these spectral dragon heads erupt from the flames. The corridor fills with furious hissed words. Volakari. And as another one rushes past you, Moglendi Huena, Rodenlit, Zinwer of Dio Ordahik. Do any of you understand Draconic?
No.
I don't think so.
Not unless it's a sister language to Gnomish.
No,
Best party ever.
So, unfortunately, none of you understand what these spectral dragons say. Another one rushes by you. Ux bevi ekes gragu of dio orda. I need everyone to make for me wisdom saving throws, please.
And everyone has a +4 to this. Because I'm
did you
assuming
say
we're bunched up.
wisdom?
Wisdom save with a +4.
Oh, that would be a 19.
Is this against magic, Faye?
Yeah,
It would be a magical effect.
7.
Okay.
Victoria's
She's
fine.
7.
Dang,
Is this
like
a
damage.
charm or a fear effect?
13.
13.
Not quite, no. So, Vash and Rhubarb, you feel the anger well up inside of you. You do not know where it stems from, at least within yourselves. It may be a byproduct of the spirits around you and the fires that they come from. And I need both of you to make melee attacks against a random creature within reach of you.
Oh my
I'm
god.
holding Hugh's hand, theoretically.
And if you would attack you need to make that melee attack.
You could roll odds evens too.
This is true.
I guess there's 3 of you.
You could roll
Like,
a
there's 3 of us
d6.
around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
Yeah,
a
I think you just
d6.
attack you though, because you're closest. So go for it.
Yeah, this would be an unarmed strike.
And I'm attacking Rue.
Oof.
I really have a +3 on unarmed strikes? How's that possible?
Strength.
Did,
I don't
did
have
you?
any
Oh, did you
strength.
say unarmed?
It's just got to be a
Proficiency.
melee attack. So, like, if you're not holding on to, like, if you would have been holding on to your weapon, waiting for something, and then that would be that. But Rue doesn't really use his weapons; he does spell casting. So, an unarmed melee attack makes sense for Rue in this moment. So, if Vass
Okay,
wouldn't have
is-
his weapons out, it can be an unarmed strike.
Mm,
Would that be with disadvantage because Rue is still channeling invisibility this whole time? That's
Yeah.
why he's holding Hugh's hand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So an attack. Well, no, because you just made your melee
Well,
attack
you
against.
just attack.
So your invisibility goes down. Unless it's
Oh.
greater invis, but I don't think you've
Not
got
yet.
that. Yeah,
Oh, I do.
but you didn't cast it.
Yeah, that's a shorter
Correct.
term, so I don't think you're doing that.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, Rue 9 does not hit Hugh, which could be fortunate for Hugh. Vass.
There's a 16.
Of course.
Good. Minimum 3 points damage.
All right. The flames die down, and so do the whispering spectral dragon heads.
What is going on? What are you guys doing?
Something came over me.
I'm so angry. I'm so sorry, Rue.
Let's keep your hands to yourself, Vass.
Not the first time I've been told that.
I couldn't understand what they're saying. Did any of you?
No.
I mean, I don't speak creepy spirit, but I'm guessing they were angry.
Do you think it was a trap the dragon army put down?
I haven't seen any Dragon Army's officers or anyone even close to smart enough to set a trap like that.
Yeah, I think this might be something to this is old magic that is um like to this place of ancient provenance. That's my guess.
Maybe it's supposed to be protecting whatever is here.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Stay close together. Maybe we can protect each other from the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Got my eyes on you.
If you have the urge to hit someone, hit me. I'll block you.
So, as you come to the
Rue is he's such a salty old man now.
as you come to the fork in the road, do you go to the left or do you go to the right?
Is there light coming from any direction, or are we still in the
No,
dark?
it's entirely dark here. No light
Do we
sources.
feel do we feel air flowing from a particular direction?
You do not.
I think it looks a bit wider to the left. If we need some, I mean, if we need a reason to pick one direction or the other, there's, you know,
Oh shit, I missed that one. That's
no.
I totally get
Sorry.
that. I understand.
I'm like looking to see if there's anything I can do to scout or anything. I don't see anything.
Were we all moving just fine through the dark?
I believe you all have, except for Q, dark vision, so...
Q's in front and Rue's holding his hand. Hugh just thinks he's leading, but really Rue's like guiding him from behind. It's like
Rue
secret
just,
code.
like-
He's like tapping on his wrist like left and right. Like,
Yeah.
they've got a system.
It's the shifting of the back oar to create that directional. So, I heard one vote going to the left. Anyone?
I would like to listen for noises if these three would stop talking. Listen to noises coming from either direction of this fork in this tunnel.
One hit, and Rue is just out of it. I love it. Roll for me a perception check.
I've been watching some RuPaul lately, and Rue the gnome is getting a little saucy.
19. You are unable to hear anything currently. There's not much that you are hearing.
Seems quiet both ways. I pick left.
Boom, ba bing.
So you move, and you see where this chamber transitions from natural stone to walls and a floor of worked marble blocks. There is a distinct tilt to the southwest and the passage here, and you see a carving depicts a dragon in flight. Half of the dragon's body is submerged in dark water, and the hallway beyond it is completely flooded. You would notice that from here there is a sort of curve upwards and to the same sort of northeasterly direction that the other path went as well, as another exit or entrance into this room.
I don't much like the idea of swimming, especially if there's weird old magic traps around.
Yeah, I'm fond of swimming, but I think I'd leave you all behind and it wouldn't be good. So we should probably go the other way.
Like, when you say flooded, are we talking like there's like a tiny bit of water on the ground, we can see the floor beneath it and everything, or are you talking
No.
like, okay,
Yeah, like it is water. You would have to swim through it.
okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making things up.
Yeah, no, I'm not blowing this out of proportion. It's not like a everyday flood. They say it's 100% fantasy flooding. Um,
Are there watermarks on the walls? Like, if there's like a crazy flash flood, are we all gonna drown?
roll for me a nature check.
A nature check.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
The water seems stagnant. It doesn't seem to have any sort of current to it.
Okay.
So you don't expect any sort of flash flooding.
Okay. I don't know. I guess we're moving. I think there was a little bit of a consensus that we move to the drier area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take my staff out real quick and poke it in the water, see if anything happens.
Oh my god.
You watch the ripples of the water.
Okay.
Change your name.
Put the
Pippin.
staff away.
Moving into the more dry area, you see here mismatched bones lying scattered around the large chamber.
Oh.
The cavern itself is natural, but its ceiling has caved in. And with it, a part of a building has fallen into the cavern here. Inside the collapsed structure, you see strewn wooden heads and decaying hats.
Like it was like a tailor shop or something, eh?
Like a hat shop, a haberdashery.
That's the word I couldn't remember.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Are there any hats there?
Yeah, there's wooden heads and decaying hats.
Boy. Does the room seem safe? Like there's no imminent threats we can see?
Let me just check something here.
I mean, I'd probably be at the entrance and see, based on the map, I'd see the edge of that building, so I'd probably only be able to see north and a little bit to the east. Or northeast with the dark vision.
Yeah, so, as you kind of enter in, you'd be able to see from, like, just the walking in, the portion, but if you go in, you're able to kind of look around. Roll for me a insight check, Rhubarb.
I'm good at that. That's a 2 for a 6.
Yeah, nothing seems out of place here, except for, the ruined shop and the decaying hats, but that all seems, par of the course of if a hat shop falls into a cavern.
That's the one that said it's gonna come down.
I really want to investigate this. I want to see if there's any hats that haven't decayed, but I don't want to go too far away from like the rest of the group.
I'll move in with you if you want to take a look around. I mean, we are trying to find a path through here, so.
Yeah, Vass is low key like keeping an eye on Rue because he feels awful about hitting him with a scimitar. So he's trying not to be too obvious, but he'll keep pace so nothing jumps out of the shadows. Do the hats look like they've been disturbed recently, or do they just look like they've been sitting there for ages? Anyway.
Would you like to get closer and investigate?
100%.
I don't like we were doing that.
If they don't look like they're disturbed beforehand, they're gonna be disturbed after Rhubarb starts rummaging through them.
Well, I better look quickly then. That's an 18.
Just grubby little gnome hands.
Rhubarb, would you like to roll an investigation check?
Yes, I'm terrible at that.
What is it that you are
15.
investigating for, Rhubarb?
I am looking through the hats if they're piled. I'm trying to dig through to see if any of them aren't decayed for some reason.
Okay.
Somehow preserved either through just natural lucky means or magical means. But mainly I'm just looking for a hat that's I don't want a rotten hat for my head.
So, Vass, none of these hats seem particularly ruffled until Rue starts running and throwing things. And Rhubarb, an interesting thing happens here. As you remove a hat and a non-wooden mannequin head is revealed, in fact, you are looking at the face carved in stone as a creature stands up. And I need you all to roll an initiative.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god, I hate you so much.
I thought it was gonna be a hat mimic.
Yeah, mimic. That would have been awesome. But had to not reveal itself till he was wearing it. And it just like slowly slid down his entire head.
God.
Oh my god.
So,
So I'm just assuming that I'm near Rue.
yeah, we'll say you're all in this room, but we'll say that Vass and Victoria are the closest to Rhubarb.
Did you say it was like a stone face?
It is, and this thing is a very large creature. It just barely underneath the ceiling as you are looking at a stone golem.
Oh, okay, that's way better than what I thought was happening.
What did you think was happening?
I'm not telling you.
Why, you don't want the DM to have ideas?
Exactly. It's an ice cream cart. I thought we'd come across an ice cream cart.
Alright, I'll make a note of that and keep
31
it in mind. So, it'll be Vass, Rue, our golem, Hugh, and then Victoria. So, Vass, first to act, what are you doing?
Am I in melee with this thing? Like, how close was I when it started to stand up?
You were, like, right next to Rhubarb, so I'll say, like, while you're not in melee of this thing, you're, like, within 10 feet of it.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Vass is gonna snap his fingers, and a point just behind the stone golem is going to ring out with a very loud noise as he casts Shatter at 3rd level.
Okay. And I believe Shatter says things of an inorganic material have disadvantage, yes?
A creature made of inorganic material, such as stone, has disadvantage on a saving throw.
Which will
And
negate...
it is a Constitution 15.
So that will negate this creature's resistance, which gives him advantage. Making this a straight roll for 22.
Gosh darn it. That is half of 14 thunder damage.
Alrighty.
Horrible. And then I'd like to use my movement to get away and use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. Rolling for me
Here, you
a
can make
stealth.
Okay, not my best stealth roll. That's a 14.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Rhubarb,
Mm-hmm.
you are within melee of this creature.
I mean, for the moment. I would like to apologize briefly for waking this thing up, but it would have woken up anyway when it's rummaging around here, so no need to beat around the bush. And then I will use my action to disengage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna Oh, hide is probably also an action now. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my movement to kind of go back southwest to that little entryway that
Okay.
goes between the water room and this room.
All right.
Mainly putting distance between me and the golem, and more preferably putting Victoria and Hugh between me and the golem.
Right. So as you do this, it does come to our golem's turn. And as it has stood up fully, it begins to walk, lumbering after Rhubarb towards Hugh and Victoria. And I need Hugh and Victoria, as this thing closes into a closer distance, to roll for me a wisdom saving throw. This is a magical effect, if that will help anyone.
Okay, and so I get 13 because I assume I'm still close enough to Victoria for her.
Yeah. Unfortunately, both of you fail this. So you are now under a sort of lethargic energy effect. You cannot use reactions. Your speed is halved. You cannot make more than one attack on your turn. You can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. This will last for 1 minute, but at the end of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw and end the effect on a success.
Hate you so much.
So, with that, Hugh, it is your turn.
Alright, well, I am going to try and stab it with my one action.
Okay, sounds good.
That's going to be a 12, so I'm guessing I don't hit.
Unfortunately, that misses.
So I'm going to feel very useless due to this thing.
But at the
Doesn't Hugh and Victoria or somebody still has Bardic? I thought from last time, maybe.
not with how long you've been walking.
I think Rhubarb had
Oh,
it, but
right.
it's been a while.
But at the end of the turn, you can remake your wisdom save. Oh, did we lose Hugh?
Alright, I lost my sound there for a second. What?
You can remake your save at the end of your turn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should make it now. Oh, there we go.
All right. Yeah, Hugh, you are no longer under this lethargic energy. You shake free of it, and feel ready to fight on the next turn. And Victoria, we come to your go.
All right. Well, severely hampered. I'm absolutely sure I'm within 15 feet of it, so I'll move into its grill.
Totally.
And do I have enough to flank with Hugh?
I'd say yeah.
Heck yeah, okay. Give it the dirty. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 will hit.
Right, so it is a magic longsword.
Okay,
and
that's
it
beautiful.
will take 8 damage. And then let's get that wisdom save. Big money, big money. Alright, 22.
All right, 22. You are no longer affected by it. And top of the round, Vass, we come to your go.
Hey. I am going to I thought I was going to be able to do this from where I was, but I'm assuming I am no longer within 20 feet of this thing since I used my movement last turn. And I said my movement, so that's probably okay. So I will not worry about being hidden anymore, and I'll move such that I am 20 feet away, and I will throw my fiery opal dagger.
Hell yeah.
And that's a 22.
Yes.
And this is a magic weapon.
Beautiful.
And I believe this thing is adjacent to my friend,
It
so I
is.
will also do sneak attack damage. Oh my gosh!
Oh no.
What a time to get snake eyes. Well, great. Yes, 7 whole points of damage, just like last time.
Well, it's 7 more damage than it had before.
And yeah, I'll dart away to a spot that looks promising for hiding, and I'll try hiding in, and that's a natural one. So super
I'm
fun
loving this so much.
turn. Super fun turn.
Alright. Rhubarb,
Yeah.
your turn. This thing's a little bit closer. It did kind of come towards you, but it did stop closer to Victoria and Hugh.
Can I see Vass? Like, he darted in and darted off somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
where
you
he
can
darted.
see Vass's tail sort of like whirly flicking.
Vass thinks he's hidden. Alright, well. Rhubarb's going to try and aid his allies, and he will channel Fey powers to cast Bless on Hugh. Assuming Vass is within 30-foot range, he'll use Bless on Vass, Hugh, and Victoria. If Vass is farther than 30 feet away, he will use the Bless on himself. But I have no idea where Vass is.
Vass, would you have gone
Yeah.
for the ruins of the shop as your hiding spot, or would you try to have hidden behind stone?
I mean, if I had been hidden well, I would say the shop. But with my natural one, I probably thought those rocks looked like a real great hiding place. I do have 40 feet of movement though when I attack with my action, so I
Then
could be more than 30 away.
if you would have hid by stone, I'm going to say, unfortunately, Vass is out of your 30-foot range.
Alright, then I'll bless myself. Then Rue's using Fey powers, shadow powers, to bless himself, Victoria, and Hugh.
What's blessed do? Is that the 1d4 to checks and hits and stuff?
Yeah, 1d4
Attack
to-
rolls
Saving
and
throws
saving
and-
throws.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
And you can do that anytime you make an attack or saving throw while the spell is up.
You would feel some Fey energies comfortably wrapping themselves around you, making you feel more capable.
Well, that's usually what we feel when we pay the Game Master with their energy out.
So, with that, Rhubarb, anything else on your turn?
Don't really have any good bonus actions. Maybe I'll back up like another 5 or so feet more into
So,
the other room. Just a little bit.
what's gonna happen here is the creature is going to try and slam Victoria back and away.
Hey, guy.
Oh, that's gonna hurt me to say. It's a 29 to hit.
Wow.
Alright, so I took a breath to stop the blowing my swear allowance. That hits.
That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to try and stomp Hugh.
Are its weapons or whatever considered magical or not magical?
They are considered magical.
God damn. Okay.
That is a 23 to hit Hugh.
23 to
Right.
hit gets parried.
Alright.
Did it get knocked prone or anything?
No, that's just the thematics, the narrative version of it. But Hugh, as this thing tries to stomp you, you are easily able to redirect the attack. You still feel the vibrations as it hits the ground, but you are not struck by it. And that's it for our golem's turn. As Hugh, it is now your turn. You are no longer under that slowing effect. What would you like to do?
I first apply Hunter's Mark to him,
Okay.
and then I stab. First stab is a 22. Second stab is a crit.
Let me just look at something here real quick.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So your sword is not a magical sword,
it is not.
which means that even though you strike at this thing and you hit, your sword damage does not go through. However, you feel almost the sort of psychic energies try and latch in, but they also seem to have no response. It seems that it is immune to the
It
damages.
rode so well too.
I know! I know! I was trying to look, and unfortunately, the way that it stacks up and reads, it doesn't make your attack considered magical, so... But, anything else from Hugh? I don't believe so.
That was it.
Victoria, we come to your turn.
For the love of God. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to lay some attack on it. So I'm going to, I mean, we're not in a dire situation. Can I regain that flank with you?
Oh, yeah, total.
Alright, perfect. Done. So the first attack, okay, 22 to hit.
Will do.
So that's a measly 10 points of damage. And the second attack, I'm fishing and it's not happening. Is damage? Tip roll? Okay. Is another 10 points. Did I have? Oh, never mind. Okay, that's it for me.
Alright. Vass. It's your turn.
Oh!
Did you remember your class ability?
No, I don't know what a class ability you're talking about. The spell I wanted to do is a bonus action. But I can do it next round.
Okay.
Which is poo. But
Could I get to be within melee with 30 feet of movement?
Yes.
And I will run up with run up to the golem, and I will channel my infernal heritage and summon a fiery scimitar.
Okay.
And I will take a swipe at it.
Go for it.
That's 22.
That will hit.
And we said that I could do sneak attack on this, I think.
Correct.
So that's 13 plus 5 is 18. And is this an attack where I'm able to make it a defensive flourish?
Let me look at the way the defensive flourish is worded.
yes.
Whenever you take the attack action.
Oh, wait, was it ranged or?
No, it was melee. It's a flame blade.
Oh, the spell.
Alright, now I need to look at how the spell is worded. We love Dungeons and Dragons here.
Okay, guys. I'm either ineffective or I'm holding us all up with rule checks.
So, unfortunately, with the way that the spell is worded, you're making a spell attack instead of a weapon attack. So, the wordings don't align for the defensive flourish.
Okay. So then I will not use a bardic to turn it into a defensive flourish, and that will be it for me.
Alright. With that, it will be Rue's turn.
It will. Let's. Do we test it a little bit? What is this? What does this spell do? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna try and debuff it a little bit. Rue's got to channel psychic energy and cast a mind sliver on the golem, so I needed to make a DC 15 int save.
That's a 9.
Okay, we taking 2d6 damage. That's Paraforce, so 8 psychic damage, and its next saving throw has a minus 1d4.
So, two things here. You feel the spell go through. It will take the minus of the d4. However, it does seem to be immune to psychic damage.
Okay.
Alright. And as Rue, you release that spell, it is our golem's turn. And we now have 3 figures nearby it. Let's see if he gets his slowing ability back. That is a negative on that. So the first attack is going to be a stomp towards Vast, trying to squish you like a bug. That is a 28 to hit.
The shiny leather pants look like a beetle.
Funnily enough, that misses.
That'll be 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and because you are concentrating on a spell, you need to beat a 10 on a con save.
And I have advantage because I have the Warcaster.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't matter though.
Oh
My
no!
wound blade disappears. This is such a cool encounter, guys.
And then
This is so much fun.
All I wanted was a hat.
the second swing is gonna be towards Victoria, but this is a 15 to hit, so I'm pretty sure that that misses. Oh,
That did miss.
so with that, the golem's turn comes to an end, and we will be picking up with Hugh's turn in combat right after our ad break. So stick tight. We will be right back to get back into action here. But before we head out, I ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us. They help keep our games affordable. But if you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. Ko-fi donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next month, including special companions, double treasure, double XP, and new quests. So stick tight. We'll be right back. Oh my goodness. The
He was
in-street...
tactical.
Yeah, the in-between chats are crazy, guys. But we're back, and we're picking up in the middle of combat here with this stone golem as Hugh. It is now your turn.
Alright, I toss aside my S-Stock and draw my Dragon Army Longsword.
Beautiful.
And
Oh, see?
first is with advantage, completely missed. And still missing. And missing. And missing and missing and missing.
Do have less on like all of the rolls, but I don't know if that helps with 6s inside.
None of them would have helped.
Bless is not gonna help here. I'm sorry. So, unfortunately, Hugh, this is not your preferred weapon, and while you have training in it, it is not sitting right in your hand as you just draw it out. So you're still getting used to it, and unfortunately, your attacks miss. And Victoria, we come to your turn.
Okay. Let's go ahead and smack this guy. We're gonna make something happen this time around. Dice, you're gonna make something happen this time. Does an 18 hit, or do I need to roll a d4?
An 18 will hit.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to smite it. Crit or not, we're just not hurting it enough. So that's, what's a smite? An extra 2d8.
An extra 2d8, correct. Per at first level, and then an extra d8 per level.
So that's 12 radiant. And did I actually roll normal damage, or did I forget?
You've not rolled your normal damage yet.
Okay, so 12 radiant and 10 magical.
Beautiful.
Slashing. And then the second hit. So she'll call out to Paladine and start smacking this guy. 18 again.
Yep.
And I will smite one more time. So the regular damage is 6. And the smite of radiant is 13.
Okay, this thing, it's starting to show signs of wear and tear, starting to take the beating, but it's still standing fairly tall in a battle position.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna move. Like, I'm just like right around it from where dude dropped his S-stock.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over there, and as a bonus action, I'm going to touch it and cast magic weapon on it.
Okay.
And be like, Hugh, pick up your dang sword.
All right. I love it. Vass, it is your turn.
Okay, that is swearing violently in Infernal after seeing his flaming scimitar disappear after 6 seconds. So he's gonna be looking frantically at the ground to try and find that fiery opal black dagger. And he see it.
The dagger is about 15 feet away from you, from where you had originally attacked it before it had moved.
Okay. Bass will use his bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
Rogues can do that, right?
Yes.
Disengage is an option? Okay. He'll go, he'll run, he'll pick up his dagger, still swearing a constant stream in Infernal. Then he will run back and try and stab it
Heck yeah.
with the dagger.
Go for it.
Now, I am not in a flanking position. You and Victoria are flanking.
They
Yeah.
were, until Victoria moved over to where Hugh had dropped his weapon, breaking that flank, and now providing 2 opportunities that you could overcome and take for 1.
As I run back, I will move into a position to be in a flank with somebody,
Okay.
so that I can roll this with advantage. And that's a dirty 20.
Alrighty. You're flanking with Hugh, by the way.
Okay. This is a minimum of 4, but I get to add my sneak attack on top of that. So 4 and 6 is 10.
Beautiful. It's 10 more damage than what it had before. And that is action, bonus action, partial movement. Do you do anything else?
Offensive flourish.
Oh my goodness, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I am next to this thing that deals damage. like nobody's business. So I will turn that into a defensive flourish.
Easily
And my
done.
bardic is a D8 now.
Woo!
And that's another 6 points of damage. And my AC is up at 23.
Hell yeah. And
Thank you for the reminder.
with that, Rhubarb, it is your turn.
I want to take advantage of its um, diminished saving throws while I still
Okay.
have it from the Mind Sliver. It's not a lot, but Rue's going to channel the light of Lunatari and cast Sacred Flame on this creature, which is a DC 15 dex save, and it has the minus D4.
So, before the minus d4, it was a 16, but it was brought down to a 12.
Hey! Thank you, Mind Sliver. That is... You know what? Just because we have them, let's use a sorcery point. You know what? Let's use a sorcery point to reroll both of those threes. Why not? YOLO. Come on, big money. Double 3 to double 8. 16 radiant damage.
Heck yeah. This thing's starting to, under the light of Lunatari, show more cracks and fractures. Parts of the pebbles are raining down, but it's our golem's turn. And it will get its slow back. So I need Vass, Hugh, and Victoria to make for me wisdom saving throws. Reminder that Hugh and Victoria have Bless, and you can add a d4. And it is a d4 from the Paladin aura.
No, just straight 4.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking the d4 from Bless. The 4 was what needed to be important.
Ooh, not 20.
Hell yeah.
That puts Vass at a dirty 20 with the extra 4 points.
Dirty 20's good.
13.
Hugh got a 13 total?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, Hugh, unfortunately, is going to be, that is... Once again, you are overcome by the lethargy, and all the, effects are in the Dragonlance chat. But that is it for the Golem's turn, and Hugh, it will be your go.
Alright, can I pick up that... Is that an option or a free action to pick up my
So,
sword and stab with it?
so you drop the weapon in your hand is the free action, and then part of the movement action is picking up your sword, and then you can make your attack.
Okay. So this would be a 20.
You're flanking.
You are in a flank with Vass, by the way.
Right.
You have advantage.
So,
Yeah,
20
so
hits.
Yep. For 12 piercing, magical piercing. And adding... Oh, actually, the heart is the same damage, so... 17 magical piercing damage.
Alrighty. And with that, at the end of your turn, you can remake your wisdom save.
Alright. Okay, I think a 19 is gonna do it.
That'll do
I
it.
need it.
Victoria,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Okay. So I lost my flank, so I'm going to Squire of Slamming a Precise Strike this guy,
Go for it.
which gives me advantage and an extra d8 damage on one of these rolls. Ugh. 18, I believe, hits him.
18 hits.
Okay. So that's 11 plus an extra 1. So 12 damage. And then the second attack. 16. Let's add that bless d4 because
Come on, bless.
7 does a 17 hit him?
A 17 just hits.
Oh, smokes. Okay. For another 11 damage.
This thing's looking real rough. It's hanging in by a thread here.
That's it for me.
Vass, we come to your turn.
Alright. The Vast is gonna stab it again. And I guess I have a chance. Oh no, I am not blessed, so I do not have a chance. I just missed.
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Oh. Yeah. Oh god. I'm trying to figure out if I want to move, but then I get the refuse. You wouldn't have flanking anymore. I'll just stay where I am.
Rhubarb, we come to your turn.
All right. I'm fixing to do something. There's an open flank on this guy, right?
There is
Who's the flank with?
Victoria.
Oh, perfect. Could I make it to that flank with my 25 feet of movement?
I'd say you would just be able to make that flank with your 25 feet of movement.
Alright. Rue's gonna like steel himself and kind of shake his arms a little bit and then start hustling over to close that flank with Victoria, rubbing his cold hands the whole way. And he's gonna reach out and press his hands onto the golem and channel inflict wounds onto it and hope that this thing takes necrotic damage. Well, first of all, we hope that we hit. And then we go from there. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 17 points of necrotic damage.
Rhubarb,
Yes.
as you rush
Yes.
forward, would you like to paint the picture here?
Oh, he just wanted to put his cold hands on the stone golem and make it go back to sleep.
You all watch as it is a decade of erosion here that happens in a second. The stone cracks become wider, the edges round and down as the necrotic energy saps through, and this creature crumbles into rocks and boulders amongst the ruin. And you are no longer bound by initiative.
Where
Well,
the
that's a heck
was that hiding?
of a thing to just be laying around.
It just blended right in. I mean, it just looked like the rubble and the hats.
If we have to destroy every little construct, we're not going to have enough energy left for actual things that need killing. This isn't even killing, it's a, not even alive.
I will say you have, besides the entrances of where go to the pathway and the flooded room, two other exits from this room. One to the northeast and one to the northwest.
And it's dark still down
Yes.
here.
There's no light sources down here, so Hugh would have technically had to roll disadvantage on those attacks, but it's fine.
Oops.
Glitch in the matrix.
I don't. We could take a rest. I don't want to do it in a collapsed building.
I have plenty of stuff right now. Yeah. I mean, I got slowed a bunch. I didn't get hit.
Great.
What must that be like?
It's just got like a huge dent in her. I guess it's chainmail. It doesn't dent.
There's just bruising that's forming underneath.
How much bruising? Like that like porcelain white skin, and then just like this huge purple. Yeah.
The purple and yellow. Oh.
Those are very imperial colors, though. In certain settings.
Yeah, bow to me. I had the shit kicked out of me.
But yeah, I mean, if you want, you can sort of look
Let's
around.
poke the northeast, right?
Want to poke at the northeast?
Yeah,
I,
it might be like a small cavern or something.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't know
be.
how Rue and Vass are feeling. Do we need a little rest?
I'm fine. Whatever you. When you touched me back in the tunnel with your healing ability, that really helped me out.
Well, that wasn't my healing ability. That was Paladine.
I think Aldine uses your strength to do it, so it's partially yours.
All I
Oh,
know is it feels like it worked. Thank you.
Moving to the northeast opening, a structure from above has collapsed into this cavern.
oh, another one.
You see smashed barrels, shelving, shards of colored glass that clutter this chamber. A staircase, once leading up and beyond, off to the east, is blocked by rubble.
Hmm. So it's like a little dead end
Yeah,
chamber.
it'd be a perfect area if you guys needed to take a rest.
That's what I was thinking.
You know,
You know what? Seeing that it looks like a dead end, Victoria's gonna light a torch. So they can see for sure.
yeah. As you light the torch, again, the multicolored glass shines, and for a moment, it is just a. It reminds you of sun catchers or stained glass windows. And then it kind of reminds you that this is all broken, ruins of something long gone and forgotten.
Okay.
And in the light of your torch, you can see there are some of the bottles here that are intact and spiral shaped.
Spiral shaped. Is that? Do you mention that because it's supposed to mean something to us?
Maybe it's just intriguing. You've never seen a spiral shaped wine bottle before.
True.
You say there's wine in that?
It looks like it's a wine bottle. You might,
Take a
if
swig.
you'd like to go and investigate it.
I'm gonna wedge the torch in like some rocks or some debris so it kind of like stands by itself, and
I'll
then
hold your torch.
oh, I mean, if you want, I'm just don't want to hold it while I sit down and take a little breather. Uh, are we gonna hit a short rest?
It's up to your group.
Well, I'm asking the group. Faye.
I don't need it, but if you guys want to, I don't want to object.
I mean, I can stand watch while you rest. I don't think I really need to rest.
Yeah, I took a bit of a
But
yeah. I just need to work that out for a few minutes. I should sit down and kind of hang her head. Um, yeah, I'm down for a short rest if I can hit that button.
Right. I wouldn't say no to a short rest either.
All right.
All
what do
right.
I even get from a short rest?
So you all take a short rest. You can click that button and gain some HP from spending hit dice if you wish.
Might as well if we're doing it. Oh no, I said I was gonna hold the torch. Can I hold the torch and still rest?
You can
Yeah, as
prop it
long
up.
as you're not doing anything, you can prop it up. There's plenty of rubble here for you to prop it up. But yeah, as long as you aren't doing anything super strenuous, you'd be able to continue your short rest. Anyone who'd be looking through the glass during this, there are 6 bottles intact, different, multicolored. One is clear, and you can see that inside there is wine, and it is a deep blue color.
the bottle corked or stoppered?
Yeah, these are all surviving bottles. They're all corked. They're uncracked.
Not really much of a wine drinker.
Well, you can always sell it or trade it.
I'm not really much of a salesperson either, apparently.
Well, how about that? Oh, I've quite forgotten her name back in Calman. She might like wine.
Lion?
Yeah.
Wine or Hope or Cudgel. Well, Cudgel's here.
Cudgel definitely likes wine.
Cudgel, yeah, she'd be cracking these bottles on this short rest. I mean, I guess you can't spell wine without wine.
If you spell it wrong.
I just, I have the Thresh dictionary, okay?
Right, we're good.
Yep, I've been good for long before this.
Okay. Eventually, Victoria will stand up. Thank you for letting me take a breather.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but do you actually breathe?
Of course, I breathe. What do you? What? What? Wait, let me just make a roll here. And she got a. There's still torchlight, so she might flush a little too. She's definitely flushing too. Of course, what are you talking about? Just
Hugh
kind
with
of
his
trail off.
natural perception.
Victoria's just, a state champion at, underwater breathing and holding breath,
He has a really high constitution.
Exactly. So,
It's a
After
weird thing
the
to accuse someone of. That's all I have to say.
after the hat incident, Rhubarb is a little bit gun shy to go like rummaging through bottles of wine, so he will not be collecting any of the wine bottles.
so you found the 6 of them and are leaving them there?
I mean, I'm not doing anything with them. The others want
Oh,
some.
I mean, yeah, I'll put him in my pack.
Okay.
Vass will take one.
Yeah, I mean, Vass. I'm surprised he didn't drink them all.
Then,
Surprisingly, there's only 5 left after the short rest.
well, if that's the case, I need to know, because there's things that happen. But yes, anyone who's carrying it can put in a spiral bottle of blue wine. At least for now, until you guys get more information. Split it up however you wish. There's a total of 6. You can carry however many you want from the 6.
So, Vass, you wanted one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay, and unless anyone else is going to carry some, I'll just put 5 in my pack.
Okay. The next area, the one that you had seen that was more northwestern, you see in this natural corridor enormous reptilian bones jutting from the walls.
How do we know they're reptilian?
Well,
You can tell by anatomy,
the
or
anatomy
at
is
least I. Q can because he has expertise in this kind of thing. I don't know if
I mean,
I would say
Ash-
I didn't know how much of them we could see.
yeah, enough of it that you can discernibly say that it is reptilian. However, I will say if anyone would like to try and discern more information, you are welcome to roll an Arcana check.
On. Interesting.
For reasons. Rhubarb, they're bones.
Yep.
You use
And I'm
bones in
not
your
gonna
spell
rec-
casting, so like someone's obviously casting really big spells here.
It's true. Biggest augury you've ever seen.
Yeah, you know. Bass. There is very little doubt, next to none inside of you, that what you are looking at are dragon bones.
Oh, guys. These are dragon bones.
How do you know? Have you ever even seen a dragon before? I mean, I saw one the other night, but you said you were dreaming. Now you're
No,
flipping the script.
I was asleep. You were dreaming. But yes, I've seen dragons where I come from a distance.
Really?
I've read books about them. I mean, the
During
best songs have dragons in them.
Reading books about them and seeing them are two different things. Or have you really seen a dragon?
during your walk and talk, made it about halfway down this corridor, careful of the bones, and all of the sudden, the sound of rattling is filling the tunnel.
No.
As the bones
Oh,
in the
no.
wall begin to move, lurching and lashing towards you. You hear
You
chattering and
assaulted them.
there are chattering jaws that hiss ancient words as these incomplete skeletons burst forth. We are rolling initiative here.
But did you say these skeletons are muttering stuff?
They are,
Oh my
and
God.
we will hear those in combat.
Oh no.
Bass was daydreaming, recollecting that one time he saw a nasty adult green dragon in Neverwinter Wood, and he got a natty one.
Even the natural run from Bass goes before Victoria. Oof.
I feel called out.
It's because you
I
were.
got that paladin initiative going. You know how it is.
You're supposed to end fights, not start them.
Just means you get to undo all the terrible stuff that happened before you went.
So, Rhubarb.
Yes.
There are 3 of these incomplete dragon skeletons. You are the first to act here. What are you doing?
All right, so I'm getting the lay of the land first. We're going down this tunnel that's kind of going diagonally to the southwest, correct?
Correct.
Are the skeletons like coming out of the wall and surrounding us, or are they now like blocking the path in front of us?
They are blocking the path towards you. So, like, they're close enough that they can reach out. Oh, and I should also tell you, the other bones in the walls, are reaching out towards you. They just can't break free, so all of this is considered difficult terrain.
That's kind of creepy. That's creepier than the dragons. It's like a haunted house type thing. Um, could I get all 3 of them in a 20-foot radius sphere area of effect?
Yes.
Alright, sweet. Rhubarb yelps out, points from behind them so we don't get anyone else in AoE, and hurls a mode of fire forward and casts Fireball on all 3 of them.
Hell yeah.
Fireball.
I do now.
That is
Rhubarb
a
has gone dark.
12, a 7, and a 17.
Alright, so I guess 1 passes. It's a Dex 15, so 1 passes and the other 2 fail. Let's roll some d6s. That's 29. Let's re-roll a 1 and a 2 and a 2 with the sorcery point. So replace the 5 with the
36.
So 36 damage on a... Assuming they're not immune or resistant or whatever, right? 36.
Yeah, they
on
seem to burn as easily as anything else.
And
Everything
then
burns.
you said the area's difficult terrain, correct?
Correct.
I mean, as usual, I would really like to put the others between me and these dragons if they're not already. I don't know what our marching order was. Is Hugh still first and then me?
Yeah, why not?
I would assume so.
Can I squirm my way back behind Vass and Victoria to be at the back of the line?
Sure.
Alright, I softened them up now. You guys can finish them.
Hugh, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to rush forward, Hunter's mark a guy, and stab.
25 will hit.
So that's 11 piercing, non-magical, and 2 psychic. I don't know how if they have resistance or anything to anything. So
They seem to take it all. Anything else from Hugh?
second attack 16
A 16 will hit.
for 10 and 2, so 12 piercing damage.
The dragon skeleton, incomplete as it was, falls down in front of you, Hugh, as this one is defeated. However, at the end of your turn, Hugh, it is their go. And you have one moving in towards you, Hugh. You can see that it is missing entire limbs, but as it comes forward, you hear it, "Uxwil chauffeur hesi spicari," as it tries to bite you. That is an 18, which I believe misses. The other one crawls on the wall through the other bones, moving towards the sorcerer that set it aflame. And you hear, "Uxisfer, Shafer, Heshi, Drahila." And it's going to bite Iru. Or at least attempt to.
Try.
That is a 19.
That's a success.
For 10 points of piercing damage and 8 points of poison.
Ow.
And then Vass, it is your go. You have one on Rue in front of you, one on, or Hugh in front of you, one on Rue behind you.
Did it come from behind us? Like, I thought...
No, you
one of
watched
them had
it
to be
crawl over the wall.
Oh God, I totally missed that. Maybe I just refreshed it because that's insanely creepy. Um, okay, so bec how high is the ceiling?
10 feet.
And Rue's at the very back of the group.
Yep. Pushed its way
Trying to think.
towards you. Through you.
So I guess what side is the skeleton on? Is it on the opposite side of Rue as Vass is, or the same side?
Closer to the same side. It's like kind of beside Rue. It's not really on or any other side. So like you'd be able to easily make it to it, but Rue is like right there.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's a place on a wall that I could place a shatter where the 10-foot radius sphere wouldn't encompass and would encompass the skeleton.
I will say
So
Put it over my head.
this. There are more bones that are alive in the walls that just can't get out right now. And if a shatter loosens that area up,
oh, okay. That's not what I want. In that case, I'll run up and I'll try and get into a flank on the skeleton that's up in Rue's face. I will draw my 2 scimitars and I will make some strikes at them. The first one's a 15.
a 15 just hits. Sorry, I was being a smartass.
Okay, and I get sneak attack on that horrible damage roll. That's 7, and 4 is 11. I'll turn that into, oops, not that one. I'll turn that into a defensive flourish. Because I get my Gardex back on a short rest now, so that's another 5 points of damage.
Woo!
My AC goes up to 22. And with my bonus action, I'll make another strike at it. And that is a miss.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. But Victoria, it is your turn.
Hey.
There's one on
Okay.
Hugh, there's one on Rue. Vass is over here with Rue. What are you doing?
They're, it's can I squeeze in and hit that one that's en route?
Sure, if you want to, go for it.
Okay, let's slide over there and give it a little thumpy. Does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, it does not.
Right. That sucks. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to blow 2 attacks on it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I'm done.
So unfortunately, Victoria, your attacks do not hit. And Rhubarb, it's your turn. You are in a flank.
Oh, I have a flank
You have a flank
with Vass?
with Vash.
Oh. If I leave, then Vass loses his flank, which loses his advantage, but then I get out of melee. Is the one that scampered over to me, is it the one that looks like it took less damage from the fireball, or one that
It
took...
was the one that took less.
Yeah, so it's still got its wits about it. That's why it's chasing the sorcerer. It's crafty. I don't want to do that. I don't want to trigger opportunity attacks. I could leave and then Victoria could close that flank, or it could just follow me. But that's you know what, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm gonna use my Forest Shroud and do the teleport capability that it has. And I'm gonna teleport a little farther northwest down the chamber, just enough like that I can be not too far away from the others, like only like maybe like 10 feet to the northwest, northeast,
Okay.
just so that I can get a ranged attack. And then Rue is going to channel the light of Lunatari and do a twin spell guiding bolt on both of the remaining skeletons or dragon things that are left. Just first level guiding bolt.
Yeah. And skeletons is accurate. They're dragon skeletons.
Yeah. There's skeletons in Rue's book. They look like gigantic, kind of like mutated oxen or moose skeletons to him.
Lizard.
And so he gets advantage on both of those guiding bolts. So this will be the one closest to him. That's a natural 20 to hit.
Definitely.
The second one farther off. Oh, that's a twin 4 for a 12.
That farther one, unfortunately, is not struck.
So the one closest to Rue will take 24 plus 17 radiant damage.
It's dead.
41.
It's
So it's even deader than started. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
what it gets for coming toward me. So there would have been advantage on the attack on it if it didn't just explode in a light of radiant energy.
Yeah, the 24 was enough.
Hey,
So
Dark Rue, he's going big and then going home.
with that, Hugh, we come to your turn. There is a one left in front of you.
All right, time to take care of business. 15 hit.
Just hits.
4. I have a good feeling about this roll. Oh. 15 piercing.
Hanging in by a thread.
And 4 psychic.
Still just barely hanging in there.
Alright. You should have stayed dead. 13 doesn't hit.
13 unfortunately does not hit. As you say this, it roars in your face. Oops. Often Hesi Wiltor and is going to try and bite you. And that is a natural 20.
Silvery barbs. It's my last level 1 spell.
That was dancing on a 19 until it just rolled over. That's a 9. So,
I'll give the advantage to Hugh.
Hugh gets the advantage, and Vass, it is your turn. There's one of these creatures left standing, just barely.
Sorry, I have another creature trying to stand on my left one. Okay. With it being difficult terrain, do I have enough, like, would 20 feet be enough movement to get to a flank on the one with Hugh?
Would not be enough to close a flank, but it would be enough to get into melee.
I will take it. And I will attack with my scimitar. Up to 16.
That'll hit.
Second hit. And I'll add some sneak attack. That's 16.
And with that, this creature crumbles down, and you are no longer bound by initiative. And as these these skeletal figures drop down, you watch as the claws that reach from the ground and the walls also begin to sort of become restful once again, no longer trying to grab at you. The terrain is no longer considered difficult.
Scared him off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bunch of things.
This place is full of surprises.
Yeah, I thought we'd be fighting more dragon army things than whatever remnants of whatever things these are.
I think think we have to move up
I'm not
into the
trying to
city,
dash you.
I guess, to meet them.
They
Yeah.
the
I haven't
fact
seen
that
him
they
yet.
yeah. The fact that they had this tunnel covered up with those boards makes me think that they at least explored in here at some point or did come through here, but if they came through here they would have encountered all this stuff. But if they knew it was dangerous, why would they just cover it with boards? Or did they not come in here at all?
I have a feeling they might not have been in here. I mean, the stuff was here before.
They certainly weren't in there investigating the hats.
Soldiers aren't leaving wine bottles behind either.
You continue
I don't
onwards.
think all the soldiers could have made it through. We would have found a corpse by now.
Yeah. I mean, so far, this seems like the last way to go to try and find our way through, right?
So far.
Yeah. So I guess we'll keep going.
So we've seen rubble, stairs with rubble, collapsed buildings, water.
The area that you come to is larger than some of the other areas. The ceiling here is 20 feet high, and like that portion of the flooded cavern, you can see where it is got a sort of distinct tilt to the area, and it too is filled with water here. You see murals of dancing people covering the walls. A small stone stage rises in the west. The lower southwest half of the room is flooded. There are remains of tables, chairs, and a bar barely protruding over the surface waters.
Hmm.
And you see about 10 feet above the water is where you're being, so it is a drop down into the water. And
Oh,
How smooth are the walls?
very smooth. They are worked. You can see the murals of the dancing people. It does not seem to be a natural cavern. In fact, it looks like it may have once been a tavern.
Tavern.
I had a plan, but it
We've gone
required
this far just to
handholds.
find a bar.
Vass, Rue, Victoria, what is the parameters of your dark vision?
I have dark vision. I'm gonna say 60 feet. I think. Let me just flip over here.
Same.
And blind sight 10 feet.
I've got 60.
60.
Then the three of you would be able to see there is a figure that is on the stone stage to the southwest. Does not look humanoid.
Victoria will drop her voice. It looks like there's something on the stage. Someone.
Yeah, that too. It looks like it's moving to you.
No.
Does it look like it's seen us?
Roll an insight check, Rhubarb.
Yeah, rude.
Is this the thing that am I in the right character that I can give myself? Oh no, I can re-roll a failed check on a sorcerer with a sorcery point. This is not Kenku Recall, Rhubarb. You are not a Kenku. That's an 18.
All right. What even was captions picking up there? Oh no, it looks like my captions have died. Let me get that real quick.
The nearest Dollar Tree? What?
So,
And it looks like Ruse have also died. Okay. Alright. So, with an 18 insight check, Rue, it does not seem that this creature has spotted you. But it does look reminiscent to those creatures you fought in the ruins near the orange stone corruption element. It's bulbous and amphibian. It's thick. It doesn't look like it has seen you.
Looks like one of those things we saw in the ruins. With all the little things growing all over it. What's it doing down here? Can we distract it somehow? Let's see.
can it be reasoned with?
I could take my new spell out for a spin.
If you want to do something, do something. Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
I might regret this, but I'm gonna do it anyway
Do it anyway.
because yeah,
Do it. Do it.
uh, I just want to look super quick. I think I've used this spell before in another campaign, so I'm pretty sure what I'm planning will work. I should probably double check. What is the a 20-foot cube? That would be up to a huge uh creature, right?
Yes.
Okay. Vass is going to picture clearly in his mind that really nasty adult green dragon that he saw from a distance at one time. And he is going to conjure a major image of coming out of the we can see another entrance into this um area, right?
Yeah, the one that
So
probably leads to the flooding. The stage is where this thing's at. So
yeah, but opposite the stage there's
oh
a
yeah, that's where you think the
little
flooding is on the other
thing.
side. Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna conjure an image of that green dragon flying in from that side towards this creature, and it's gonna like roar and like look like it's coming in to attack it, hoping that it'll run away.
Well, we'll see this creature's response after our upcoming ad break. So, stick around. We'll be right back to continue along with our story. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They're important to us here at WRP. However, if you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. These donations not just support us at WRP, they unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. You can find the full tier of rewards on our Discord, so check us out there. And we'll be right back. We are back. And as we are returning, thus, you've conjured the image of a green dragon coming out of the entrance through the waters. You see this creature turn, startled, and responding. Its response is almost instantaneous. A burst of flame in its hand alighting this putrescent green skin. And it throws the fire towards the dragon. And because this is an illusion, the fire moves through it. And hits the water, which had a thin covering of oil on it, which now is all alight.
Man.
And as it's looking around,
The floor is lava.
it spots your group. And we are rolling initiative as
You
more
can see
flame
now.
comes to its hands.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
no.
see now.
Yeah, you can see now. So let's look at the bright side, guys.
I just have to ask then, did that water stretched into the other room, or did that pile of rubble block it? Like, did Rue's quarterstaff get that oil slick on it and he just didn't notice?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I
It's
mean,
all
we have been
greasy.
in the dark.
True.
Alright. So, it's rolling initiative, that's right. That is a horrible initiative. Well, I guess it's better than Victorians. Not that that's hard to do. Paladin.
Oh.
So that is going to be Bass first. After that is Hugh, Rue, our green slot, and then Victoria. So, Vass, first act. Oh, wrong battle.
Well, I'm gonna try and maintain my concentration on this because it might come in handy later. So, is it still about 10 feet high here, the ceiling, or is it higher?
So, you are at 10 feet above the water. The full ceiling of the tavern room is 20 feet.
Okay, and the tunnel is still 10?
Yeah, the tunnel itself is 10.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do literally the only thing I have available to me, and I'm going to viciously mock the slot, assuming that it is within 60.
It is.
Yeah, there's definitely not tunnel squares between me and it. So that's gonna be a wisdom 15.
Alright. That's a 1 on the wisdom.
Oh, damn.
Poor slot.
That's gonna be a whopping 4 points of psychic damage, but it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Okay. And anything else from Vass?
I don't really think there's any place for me to move to, so
Alright.
why don't I use my bonus action and give a bardic to Rue, because I still feel real guilty.
Okay.
That's a D8.
8.
It's a D8 now.
Get my little trusty D8 out. Shoot. And it falls on the floor. But it landed on an 8, so I'll just take that and keep
No,
that
if
in my
it
pocket.
falls on the floor,
That's
its
an
juju
8,
is
baby.
gone. The juju is gone. You need another set. It's on the ground. It's been lost.
Oh.
With
It's
that,
okay, dice. I still love you, even if Faye doesn't.
No, that's fine. They just need to rest and recuperate because they fell on the ground and knocked all their juju out. Trust
so it
me.
needs a long rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
This is someone who has over 48 sets of dice. I think I know what I'm talking about. You, it's gonna be your turn after that.
Alright. Well, there's nothing. I'm gonna bring some order to this chaos by stabbing it.
So you are jumping down and into the water that is on fire?
You know what? That's the Hugh thing to do in this situation.
Beautiful. Hugh, as you jump down into the water, luckily the water isn't a detriment for you. It only comes about 3 feet high, and because of your swim speed, it doesn't count as difficult terrain for you. However, the fire is a problem, and you will take 13 points of fire damage entry into this space.
Oh my god.
I cast Absorb Elements
Beautiful.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
at a 2nd level. I take half of that as damage. So, what's my hit point? Well, it's
7.
7?
No, 6, because it was 13 round down, so 6.
Okay.
And then
The 17 hit.
as you rush over there, just kind of getting up, a 17. Oh no, I didn't want to close that. A 17 will hit, yes.
Okay, and that will do 14 piercing. Plus 8 fire.
It does seem to take less fire. It seems resistant.
And 3 psychic damage.
Which it will take in full. Alright. Anything else from Hugh?
That
I
was my
don't believe so.
Yeah.
Rhubarb! It's your turn.
So this thing hasn't had a chance to move yet, correct?
It has not moved yet.
But Hugh's over there to keep it company.
This is correct.
And Vass is viciously mocking it from the peanut gallery.
Yep.
You know, I'm starting to run a little low on spell slots, so maybe I will save some of my energy for now and just use a cantrip. Because I have bardic, not
Yeah, it's
silvery barbs, so this thing will last for at least a little while.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Let's see if we can just kind of disrupt its brain a little bit and use another mind sliver, send a beam of psychic energy over to it, and have it make a DC 15 int save.
That is just exactly what it needed, a 15.
Yeah. Then it passes.
Anything else from Rhubarb?
That's a great question. Let's see. Let's use 2 sorcery points to regain a first level spell slot.
Sounds great. As Rue, you recreate your spell energy. It is our Slod's turn, and while it snarls at Hugh, its eyes are towards the rest of you. And more fire comes to its hand, and as he throws it out, you can see where the fire pops, grows larger, and I need Rue, Vass, and Victoria to make me a dexterity saving throw from the fireball.
This actually like the spell fireball,
Yes. Are you going to counterspell it?
so I could counterspell that?
Are you going to?
Yes.
Okay, you
Nice.
counterspell the fireball.
Been waiting all campaign to cast that dang spell.
And this creature begins to swear, and you can almost hear the echo of its aberrant voice in your mind. Like there is some sort of telepathic connection there. Victoria, it is your turn.
Okay. So why don't I just run over there to that thing?
Now, because of your race, I believe you have a capability where you can run over there without walking into the water.
I mean, which is exactly what's going on here.
All
That's
right.
not my race. That's magical boots that someone gave me sometime.
Okay.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. And as she closes in on it and draws her sword, she'll be like, "Stay out of my mind!" Yeah. Stabby, stab.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
Do that.
Now,
Oh,
Hugh is
wonderful.
over here if you would have taken up that flank.
Oh, I didn't realize he got all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, then heck yeah. So let me just roll a better roll than that. Yeah. Does 17 hit?
A 17 will hit.
Okay. For 7 points. And let's get that second attack. Jeez. 21 for 5 points.
All right.
That's it
As
for me.
2 slashes go into that, Vass, it is your go.
Alright. Vast glances at Rue and says, "Do you have a way to get over there?"
Are you asking me to get you over there, or are you asking if I can get over there?
No, 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 no. No, no. I'm asking if you have a way over there.
Yes.
Okay. Vast kind of rolls his shoulders a little bit and he's like, "What's the point in having fire resistance if you don't get burned from time to time?" And he jumps into the water.
Oh, that's
And I
amazing!
think it's metal, right? So I think with his movement and then his bonus action to dash, with it being difficult terrain, I think he can get there.
Yeah, with all of that, you'd be able to get there. That's 17 points upon entering, but you have resistance, so that'll bring it down to 8.
Right, easily doable. Okay, and now I'm going to take out my scimitar and hit it.
Go for
Maybe? Possibly? Nope. Nope. It's a really stretch my turn and a really just the end.
So, unfortunately, that misses. But you're here for the next turns.
I am hearing. I don't think he's gonna fireball himself, or at least I hope not.
And Hugh, it is now your turn. You're here. Vass is here. Victoria's here in a flank with you. What are you wanting to do?
Well, it's time to bring the pain. And I don't mean bread.
Take an inspiration point.
French reference.
So I think that's gonna be a miss and then a hit.
It is a miss and a hit.
Okay.
Well, did you roll those with advantage for your flank?
Oh, no, that was without advantage. Also, I should hunter's mark this guy.
All right. So then we'll take that as your first hit with the advantage.
And does a 15 hit, or are you just gonna do one hit?
A 15 just misses.
Okay, so this is going to be 16 piercing.
Okay.
And 4 psychic.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. With that, Hugh, your turn comes to an end with the flash of your blade, and Rhubarb, it is your turn. There are still the flickering flames of the water that burns in this tavern. What are you doing?
I'm the only one that's over in the peanut gallery now, but I don't think there's room on the stage for me.
Probably
Other than
not.
maybe on the stairs, but I don't know if I want to be that close to this thing.
You could get onto the bar and the tables and stools.
Oh, could I like hop from table to table on the northeast wall?
Yeah. If you wanted to do that.
I don't know if it's necessary for now. It sounds fun, but I don't want to risk like doing some weird dexterity check and then falling into flaming water. So being on this relatively dry ground sounds preferable. So let's just continue to attack it from afar. Oh, spells. Let's use a first level slot that I just recovered and cast a guiding bolt at it. Channel some Lunatari energy. That's a 15 to hit.
Just misses.
May I bardic that, or is it too late?
I'll let you bardic it. Why not?
I got my D8. How's about a dirty 22?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. For 15, do I want to... Let's re-roll that one. Why not? Spend a sorcery point. Re-roll the 1. Into a 2. That's 16 radiant damage.
Okay. And it glows.
Okay.
And it glows. That's correct, yes. It's got it. Whoever hits it next has an advantage on that attack.
Alright. Anything else from Rhubarb?
I'm going to use movement to go and hide around the corner to the east so that I am out of line of sight of this thing.
Okay.
So that's probably 10 or 15 feet of movement.
Sounds good.
Okay.
What?
I should have rolled a concentration check for taking that damage.
You can go ahead and
Yes,
roll
my
it
dragon
now.
will
You need to beat a 10. Yeah, your
So the dragon is still there.
Yeah, your dragon's fine. It is our slud's turn as Rue hides, and you know what? It doesn't like that it's got 3 people nearby. So it's going to do 2 claw attacks. 1 at Vass, 1 at Victoria, and then it's gonna try and bite you.
Nice.
So that is a 23 to hit Vass
Okay.
for 8 points of slashing damage, and I need a concentration check. Or save.
Okay.
You're fine?
And I'm okay. Thankfully, I have the Warcaster feeder. That would not have been good.
Right. 18 to hit Victoria.
Meets it, beats it, yeah.
5 points of slashing damage. Are you concentrating on any spells?
Is that a magical weapon that hit me or no?
It is not considered magical.
Nice. Okay. I am not concentrating on any spells.
Great. And then on Hugh, that is a 13, which I'm sure misses. So you just hear the snapping of the jaws as it tries to bite onto you. And Victoria, it is your turn. You are in a flank.
Heck yeah. Slice and dice. Shake and bake. Wow, okay.
Yes, hits.
Yeah, for 9 points. And the second one. Come on. 20 will hit for another. Wow, 5 points.
And it's lost the red glow of Lunatari that was surrounding it, but it is looking a little rough here. Still in fighting condition. As the words that it guttural and hostile again sink into your minds, except for Rhubarb, who's far enough away that its telepathy doesn't reach. Vass.
Great. 2 attacks with my scimitars. That's a miss. And another miss. So, yeah.
Oh
I'm
no.
nothing if not consistent.
Um, so unfortunately, Vass, your attacks will miss here. Hugh, it is your go. You are in a flank with Victoria.
Right. So I'm gonna get 26 hit, and 25 will also hit.
Both of those hit. Beautiful.
So in regular damage, 24 and 26, and psychic, or 28 total.
All right. This thing looking pretty bad, pretty rough. Still fighting, still hanging in there. And then with that, it'll be Rue. Your turn.
I'm gonna peek my head around the corner and see if it's still standing. I guess technically use movement if I need to peek around the corner. And I guess I would see it's still standing, if just barely, right?
If just barely, yes.
Let's see if Lunatari can help us out a little bit. Rube will channel some Sacred Flame Moonfire on this creature. It needs to make a DC 15 Dexterity save.
That is a 21.
That's a pass. Then it dodges the beams of the moon. It's almost like it's doing like rave dancing at a club.
We're almost time for the goth rave Mariah Carey and anything else?
I will use the remainder of my movement to duck back around the corner, out of sight, out of range. Stay hiding in my little nook.
The Slod, very much not liking the amount of damage it took from Hugh, is going to target all 3 of its attacks on Hugh.
Alright.
It's starting off with the bite, which will miss with an 11. First claw attack is a 17. And the second is a natural 1. Hugh, you're fine.
Come on, even try challenging me.
And
Sure.
Victoria, we come to your turn.
All right. I mean, we got it working here. So what? Roll. Okay. For a little paltry 12 damage. And does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
For another 10 damage.
And Victoria, would you like to paint a picture here?
She's just laying down the heavy-handed, like, downward strokes the longsword. Like, if it was a club, we'd just be beating this stupid thing to the ground until it dies.
As this thing crumbles underneath your blade, falling down, again, the burning oil on the water, showcasing the putrid and puke green color of its skin covered in the mucus, and it is not a pretty sight. It's very grim. But the fires died down quickly, a minute, and it seems to burn away all the oil, sending you all back into darkness. Standing in front of this doorway, leading further into the area, but the doors are closed.
Oh. Look, like none of the no more of these things are like rising up out of the water in vengeance or anything.
No, the water's only 3 feet tall.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, that's deep water as far as I'm concerned.
How are we all? Are we all doing all right?
Yeah,
Not
great.
too bad.
Faye,
Does
would
the
it
door have a
be?
lock?
Would you like to investigate it and find out?
Okay. Okay. That's a 13.
The door seems unlocked.
Yes, I don't think it's locked.
All right, so open it. We're ready to move. Unless you want me to go first.
Do we want to wait for Rue to get over here
I
before
mean,
we
yeah,
go
I'm still
beyond?
What?
over
Where's
on
Rue?
the. I never came over there. I mean,
Well,
it's kind of deep. Like, I might have to swim over.
oh my god. I'll wade over, and if you, I can carry you on my shoulders if you don't want to get wet.
Yeah, Rue will like slide down the ledge and like hop onto Victoria's shoulders as best he can, and then point over to the bar. Onward.
Well,
she she could put her shield like when you're carrying like a serving tray on your shoulder.
19.
uh, well, it's near the stage where there's the doors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Rue's pointing at the bar, not the stage.
yeah, that's why I was
All
making
right.
sure.
Victoria's heading to the stage.
I
So
want to see if anything's over there. You just took 5 bottles of wine from that other thing. I mean, this is a whole
Right, so
bar
I
here.
don't
Like,
think I need any more.
So let's
I mean, I don't know. You look like you could drink a lot.
I don't drink.
Yeah, I don't drink either, really.
you don't freak.
And it's settled. I don't drink wine.
So with an unlocked door, you're able to open it and walk in. And we will reveal what you all see in our next episode. So, thank you guys for playing. I hope all of our players had fun. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys had fun as well. I'll see you all in the next stream, but until then, head over to the Will the Witch website, willthewitch.com. Check us out there. Join our Discord to jump into a game yourself, have some fun with us, hang out, chat, and then, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.